Alright, so now here we are in this game. We are entering the fourth game of this finals. We have Sleep, the blue Zerg at the top left, going up against FXO.Lucky, the red Zerg in the bottom. We are on GSL Antiga Shipyard, and that means we have no gold. We are just in simple blue patches in the middle. And what can I say? We're in for a good series.
I think we're in for a good series too. We just saw him, battle out on Metalopolis, battle out on Daybreak, and these guys, they love the macro play. They love the good old fashioned, Zergling, Baneling, Roach, smash up fest. So yeah, I think we're going to see a little bit more of that this time around.
Yep, and I have no idea what these guys are saying. They've been talking Korean, and the amount of crying faces that I've seen is really, really disturbing.
So much sadness in SC2. They're pretending to be the overlords, and we can't have that. We have to cheer them up just a little bit. We have to turn the overlord frown upside down.
Yes. But now, what do you think is going to be happening in this game? Obviously, we have no early pools, but with cross-map only on GSL, do you think there's going to be hatches first out of the players?
I'd like to see a hatch first out of both of them, but I think we're going to have the simultaneous hatch hatch pool pop. I think out of them. Although seeing that Sleep is kind of going right for that extractor before hatch. Wow, he kind of did that before anything.
Yes.
So So he's definitely looking to go for an aggressive build this time around. So it looks like that got spotted there by Lucky because he's already putting the teary face up right now. He knows that there could be some significant pressure coming up here as he went he went hatch first on his end of the field.
Yeah. So this is going to be one of those other interesting games, but we can see that. Oddly enough, Lucky still hasn't put down his... Okay, there, just now puts down the pool. So I was going to say, if you delay that any longer, I would just be going, what is going on? Because that just seems incredibly unsafe and risky.
Yeah, that definitely seems incredibly dangerous. But with the skill that we've seen these guys play with, I think he might be able to handle it first thing out of the gate. But... And I say but because we could see just a huge smash in the jaw here for Lucky if Sleep can go ahead and get himself into a good position here.
One thing though that Lucky is doing that he didn't do on other maps, say Shakuris, Daybreak, or those things, is that he's not going for he's going for the extractor later than he did before. He's only mined about a little over 30 so far when his pool had already popped, which is significantly less than what he normally had. Normally you'd have a lot closer to starting metabolic boost at that point. So he's definitely doing a little something different.
Yeah, he's trying to gain seconds, kind of like playing Gran Turismo, where you try to shave just a few milliseconds off your time, just enough to get that little bit of an advantage and get the first place trophy. And it looks like Sleep is already going to go ahead, start pouring on a little bit of pressure right here. But unfortunately, he's going to get there. Spinecrawler's probably going to finish up by the time he gets there, and there's a massive Zergling force already waiting for him over there.
Yep, and now he actually took off one guy from the extractor, so definitely going to be seeing Baneling play out of Lucky to start this off if he wants to go ahead and just start being aggressive, defend with that, as Sleep has thrown down a Baneling nest of his own, so he could really be seeing Baneling against Baneling.
Yeah, Sleep was thinking that he was going to have kind of free reign there. He ran into the mineral line and was like, oh, there's nothing here, damn it, and he had to run back out. So, so he's definitely kind of wasting a little bit of time there, and looks like he is going to get his Baneling nest out first. So he's going to be able to drop that and get ready to go. But that Spinecrawler is now down, ready for action, and ready to really throw down the pain. And he and Sleep managed to get one drone out of that little engagement there. Did not lose any of his Zerglings. But it's still not a very good risky play there, because if he loses any of those Zerglings, that's going to be an early tick in Lucky's little hat right there. And the more of those little ticks he builds up, the faster the downfall of Sleep could be.
Yeah, and I really like the aggressiveness of the spine collar placement. He wants to only use one or to defend more efficiently, so he's going straight to the ramp. But now we're going to have those banelings start moving forward, and they're going to take a lot less hits because of the delaying of the spine collar rooting. But right now, Lucky is trying to warp in those banelings quick enough, but we can see that this is going to go down. That queen falls really quickly. There's a big baneling explosion down there, and we're watching as this queen ends up staying alive, as really the Lings did not want to stay too long and commit when banelings are in play. But right now, Sleep is continuing to be aggressive, but this is the tightest game that I've seen, with the already both queens going down for one of the players. The food counts are still fairly similar right now, but the thing is, the drone counts are also really close. Wow, I actually was surprised Sleep was droning that much during the entire time. I thought he was going to continue this with Lings, but he's not. He's done damage, and he's going to go ahead and pull back in macro now.
That's smart, because he's bought himself so much time by denying those queens. He basically bought himself about a minute and a half of not excessive amounts of army force. So now this is going to force Lucky to go ahead and make his army value higher. He's going to have to push out, and he might do a couple of drastic things. You see him run out there already with a couple of Zerglings just to kind of test the water, make sure there's not any banelings there. And it looks like one baneling sacrifices itself for the greater good, while the other banelings kind of wait back at home. And this is a smart play here by Lucky. He's not going to overcommit. He's not going to overreact to the situation here. And with just the one Zergling that moves into the base, he's able to kind of see that there's a significant force there from Sleep, and just a couple of banelings just waiting out there by the ramp in case anything tries to go for a run by. So this is a smart play by Lucky. He's just going to go ahead and take a third at this point, get that larva count up, get that economy boosting, and start to pull ahead.
Yeah. And now the Roche Warren with being put down for Sleep faster means that he's going to really be defensive with quite well against banelings if Lucky's going to be aggressive in that respect. But I also just know something with the camera that's kind of interesting. If you do the moving around by clicking on the zoomy clicky wheel thing. First off, there's an aggression happening, but we're going to ignore that for the second. But will those pop? No, they won't. They actually die. Sleep is one of the riskiest people I've ever seen in terms of targeting baneling eggs. He manages to flirt that line so efficiently, and now we can see him just completely taking down those units, and that is actually really good for him. Bad for Lucky, because now Sleep is looking to be in a commanding position. But back about the camera thing, is that if you move above to the high ground and then go forward down, you can actually see the camera moving in and back, so it's a certain distance away from the center point of the land. So just a fun little thing.
Interesting.
So you can see it pick up and go down.
Yeah.
Slightly. Yeah, so
that's kind of cool.
Oh, if those Banes explode on top of the other Banes, oh my god, if those two Banes had hit the half of those guys, that would have been horrible. But now we can see Sleep come with a huge force of Tier 1 Roaches, Tier 1 Banelings, and this is going to be very deadly.
This is going to get brutal here. Sleep moving in with a fleet of banelings here, wiping out some of the spine callers there, and now moving into the supply line. Oh, that's the GG there from Lucky. Wow.
So game number 5, deciding game 5 up next.